How Tiffany Wright sabotaged my Macy's hiring process, thereby triggering their racial hiring discrimination. I had already applied for a part-time customer service position with Macy's by the time Tiffany and I had our argument. It's a position I'm overqualified for, and my resume reflects that. Not to mention, I included a modeling headshot with my resume. I never completed the online assessment, nor the virtual pre recorded interview because I was still hustling up my rent for the month and I wanted a fresh haircut for my pre recorded interview. Well, it turns out the Macy's Senior Manager of Business Administration, Michael Pate, called me on October 4th, even though I hadn't completed the application process, and we scheduled an appointment for an interview for the following day. My interview was at 10:30, and I was running a few minutes behind, so I called. I'm a former model from Macy's with an extensive sales and customer service background, so I came dressed to impress. And I had an excellent interview with the female customer service manager. I negotiated and received a verbal offer of $14 an hour, seasonal, flexible position. I wouldn't even know what that was unless it was offered to me. Working days and every other weekend. Um, Macy's had me wait 30 minutes to onboard, but their hiring system wasn't working. Myself, knowing that I needed to leave and make immediate money since Tiffany stole mine and wouldn't return it, and any wages from Macy's would be delayed at least 2 weeks. I explained that I still needed to work, and the Hispanic front desk administrative assistant, Arlene, recited specific instructions to onboard when the emails arrived to my phone. I thanked them graciously and left. I waited 2 days for the email, then went back into Macy's on Thursday, October 7th to inquire. There was an innocent teen receptionist there this time. She told me she couldn't find me in the system and she'd notate for Mike to call me by Saturday. So I went home and waited. I waited out the weekend and then I went in to inquire again Tuesday, October 12th. And this time, the Hispanic receptionist Arlene was working. I greeted her and inquired about my onboarding, but Arlene acted as if she'd never seen me before and said that I wasn't in the hiring system. I showed her my personal emails where I had definitely applied for the position and kept trying to remind her of our meeting just a few days prior. Mike entered and I greeted him, but he was extremely passive. Again, I was told by Arlene to go home and wait for a call. Please allow me to interject that the genealogy of many Hispanics is about 25% African, but many are also anti-Black and do not claim those roots. So there's a space where other ethnicities can be anti-Black or migrate to America and adopt racist ideologies, for example, stereotyping and discrediting Black males. Furthermore, these types are the face of and are often used to do the racist bidding of their white superiors. So, for a third time, I'm at home sorting through spam and junk emails to start my employment while also waiting on a call. Eventually, I was thinking out loud around a close friend of mine about waiting to be officially hired, and my friend responded with, Tiffany had most likely told them not to hire you. So anyone who knows the backstory, it means she thereby vindictively sabotaged my employment by using her homophobia and her entitlement to stereotype me as a threat to her physical womanhood, which triggered the erasure and marginalizing of my employment marginalizing and erasure of myself by her white employers at Macy's. Racism, stereotyping me as a threat because I'm black and believe in it. But as tensely as our friendship halted, I knew we both still needed money. So I was in awe of her ultimate self-sabotage with the referral bonus. So upon realizing that, I called corporate on October 13th. Customer service redirected me to the employee line. The employee line asked for an employee number that I obviously didn't have, so I went on to explain how I believe I'd been racially discriminated against during the hiring process. I spoke with an employee named Awa. She told me to go back in and ask about my employment and to call back if Macy's Oxmoor sends me on another wild goose chase. So I went in the following day on Thursday, October 14th, and secretly recorded my interactions with the receptionist, Arlene, the female customer service manager, and the senior manager of business administration, Michael Pay, effectively putting them on the spot as to explain to me why it's been a week and my onboarding hasn't been completed. Um, I never received my onboarding stuff, so I just came to check on that.
Michael Pate is in the building today. I don't
Michael?
know if he's in the office, but he's who handled your. Let me not fall off the stage.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So
I don't want to
saved my
distract. I
life.
don't want to.
He's here today. I don't know if he's at the service desk because he runs the service desk too. He might be there, but he's in the office today.
Okay, thank
So
you.
ask him because he did anything to do with the send and the offer
Okay.
and the paperwork.
Thank you.
Nice
See you
to
soon.
see you.
Yeah. Hi, Rebecca. Hi there.
Hi, how are you?
I'm well. You?
Good.
What's your name again?
Arlene?
Arlene. I'm Charles. Pleasure to meet you. Oh, well, nice to see you again. Is Mike available?
Let me see, because I know he's not in the building. He's not in the office.
Okay. Okay.
What's going on?
I just haven't received my onboarding stuff yet, so I came to check on that. Please and thank you.
Yes, I did. Yes, yes. So,
Like this time Saturday, look, we work this time. We didn't work this time. Right, like we worked 5 days ago, we don't work.
What's your name again?
Charles Smith. Where is the service desk?
She's inputting that right now.
That's down the service desk. What?
Be downstairs, and he's not in office. I was told he could be at the service desk. Okay, well I'm going to check that. I'll be back. Thank you.
You're everywhere, my friend.
Yeah.
You all set? Thank you. Have a great afternoon. Hey, how are you?
Hi, Mike. I'm well. How are you?
I'm good.
I'm calling to check on my onboarding stuff because I came over a few times during the past week, and they said that they couldn't find my stuff in the computer. Crazy, right?
Yes. Unfortunately, Charles, we decided to go with another candidate that had better availability.
Okay, but y'all already offered me a job.
Well,
Y'all gave me a verbal offer,
We didn't formally offer.
and you had me sit there while you formulated
We were
one.
trying to get it through, but we also had other interviews later on for that day, so we
Okay.
decided to go with another candidate.
Okay, well that's good to know, because if this has, regardless of if the recordings stand in court, they still substantiate the truth of my words. Mike said that They had decided to move forward with another candidate with more availability. Even if that were true, is this how a large corporation such as Macy's treats their employment candidates by leading them on a wild goose chase indefinitely? One can only discern that a position I'm overqualified for during the peak holiday season when they need plenty of help had been sabotaged. Once again, as a black gay male, I've been discriminated within the hiring process. I don't know if I said this, but the backstory is when Tiffany and I were friends and I was taking her to work, she told me that they were hiring and we could split a $500 referral bonus. And I applied because it was close to home and it would make me less dependable on my car. That's the backstory. I immediately contacted corporate, and although they told me to follow up with them, they said there wasn't anything they could do because I was never officially hired. Owl wasn't there, and I was speaking with someone else, and the other person took my number and said they called me back, and obviously that never happened. And then that Friday, October 15th, to add insult to injury, Tiffany tried cash apping me another measly $30, in which I refunded and blocked her because I'm aware that she knows she has to pay me back. She just wants to pay me back on her terms. All of this is a big charade to prolong the process of paying me back. She's buying time. She's attempting to use prejudice to thrive from my oppression as a gay male. She thinks she sets the standard even while standing on my money because I'm gay. She thinks she's better than me. Prejudice.